Welcome back to the Mike Peluso Outdoors here on urlradio.net. The more hits we play, the more hits we get. Remember, you guys can follow us on fishingbuddy.com. You can also you'll see us out on YouTube on the podcast that Stacy puts together, which is absolutely awesome with some photos to go along with what we talk about. But again, getting back on this AIM Weekend Walleye Series, I can't stress enough, and it might got a little long on that first half, but it's a circuit that's brought here to North Dakota, and I really hope that guys take a real strong look at this here in the off season and decide to get themselves into the routine of joining the circuit. It's just a wonderful deal. You got divisions in Wisconsin, you got a division in Minnesota, and then you got the North Dakota division, and they got plans to continue to grow this. Again, we're all trying to fish for the same thing. We're trying to fish to get into a national championship. We're not real sure at this time. They usually wait till all the tournament circuits are done before they announce the national championship. Will be sometime in the spring of 2017. So we're all vying for that same deal, And again, when you look at it, the weekend series was basically established in 2014, and we talk about the grassroots of tournaments and anglers and growing the industry, and certainly this is it. And over the past couple of years, I mean, the AIM Walleye wants to continue to expand, and being in 2016 it expanded into North Dakota, and you just hope that everybody in this state starts to embrace it. And we just want to make sure that people understand what this is all about, and it's catch, record, release. And man, I tell you, it's just so easy, it's so nice. Don't have to worry about killing any fish, and whatever fish you catch are right back down there swimming in their environment once again for somebody else to catch. And you can find all this information, at www.aimfishing.com. You can kind of study to see what this is all about. I mean, it's kind of over for anybody in the state for this year getting in. We got our state championship coming up here August 5th and 6th up in Newtown, North Dakota, and that should be, pretty exciting. It's an open boundary, so guys can kind of travel and go anywhere. So we're going to be really curious to see where those fish get caught. I think there's 22 teams right now that have qualified for the North Dakota State Championship. We're all trying to fight for Team of the Year, and my partner Jeff Ensminger and myself are right there in the hunt for this. We're actually in the lead as we speak today, but things can change awfully quickly. You got to make sure you're on top of your game, and we're going to have to go in there and work extremely hard and try and establish ourselves there and keep our composure and keep our lead and cash in on that. That's kind of a cool thing it'd be a really cool thing to say that we were the first North Dakota AIM Team of the Year, and certainly the people that win the final to be the first state champion will be pretty cool as well. And another neat thing about this format is they fish these tournaments on Sundays, which is really kind of nice for the guys that may have to travel or have to work. You get your Saturday to pre-fish for sure without having to take a day off work if you're a Monday through Friday type worker, and maybe you just take a half a day on Friday, so you don't have to lose a whole bunch of vacation time to do this. And I really like that format as well. And it's just something that I can't stress enough. I like talking about it. It's a fun deal. It's a lot of big names you're seeing fishing in the other state events as well. So if this is something you're interested in, I hope that you take a look at it. Again, you can find them at aimfishing.com, and that'll kind of give you all the stuff that's going on and how they're continuing to grow it. It's sponsored by Yamaha and Warrior Boats are kind of the main sponsors of this. In fact, the national championship, you have a chance to win a Warrior boat, and it's if you qualify for that, it's an all entry fee paid. So you go and fish, and what a deal. We don't, like I said, we don't know where this is going to be quite yet, but that's kind of the exciting part about it as well. So we're just going to kind of sit back and see what kind of develops. So one of those things, it's just going to be really cool to see where they put us at the beginning of June next year for the national championship. But that's been basically what I wanted to talk about this week. We just finalized that final tournament on Devil's Lake. It was a three tournament event on the Missouri River, Lake Sakakawea, and Devil's Lake, and what a circuit for all those that I'm calling a lot of you guys out, and that's what this is all about. Is if you wanna come out and play with the big boys, that's a great start. And when you get to do a circuit type thing, it kind of shows, what you're made of, and if you got metal, to figure it all out and keep it on top and all that. So I hope that anybody that's interested in doing this really considers it for next year. The entry fees are only $300, is $150 per person, which isn't terrible, and the payouts are actually really, really good. If you do a payout based on the amount of competitors and what the payout actually is, it really comes out pretty well, and they pay down really nice as well. So again, they understand the game, they understand the industry, they understand what us as anglers are looking for in tournaments, and I appreciate that. And again, I can't say enough. So for this week's show with Mike Peluso Outdoors here on urlradio.net, I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for supporting our sponsors that make this show possible. And when you get a chance, look them up as well, and you'll see them here, advertised throughout the show and on our podcasts and stuff like that. So again, thank you for listening, and man, I hope to see you guys out on the water next year competing against us on the AIM Walleye Weekend Series.